The last goodbye. I loved in silence while you lived in noise. I stayed so true while you stayed so far. I gave my heart, but you gave excuses. I called your name, but you blocked my voice. I hoped for you, you only hoped I would leave. I saw forever, you only saw a passing phase. I built a home with my hands. You planned your escape in secret. I held your flaws close, but you judged my very soul. I was your truth, but you chose illusion. You said always, yet you left halfway. You said, I am here, yet you were never really there. You ran from love, and I chased only your shadow. You laughed with hair while I wept for us. You watched me fall apart while I watched you fade away. You moved so quickly while I broke so slowly. You were new smiles while I carried old wounds. You held new hand while I held on to you past. No, I do not beg. No, I do not hope. No, I simply breathe without whispering your name. Now I write of pain, but I live in peace. Now I love myself, not your anymore. You will miss my silence louder than and words I could ever speak. You will feel my goodbye stronger than fire, sharper than steel. I was your moon, but you became the eclipse. I lit our sky, yet you darkened our world. But now I rise, now I glow, not for you, but for myself. I waited too long, you tasted too much. I gave my soul, but you gave only silence. I stayed when it hurt, but you left when bored. I begged for love, while you begged for space. I cried in the dark, while you loud in the light. I broke inside, while you bloomed outside. I passed my life while you played your game. I asked for truth. You chose convenience. I gave my peace. You gave me pain. You called me home, but you stayed a guest. You wrote promises, then erased your loyalty. You touched my trust, but left a scare. I waited every night while you vanished into the dark. I saved your words at every dawn, pretending they still meant something. You broke my faith. I was your always, but you were only my lesson. You returned too late. I had changed forever. You cried for me, but I prayed only for peace. No, I do not miss. No, I don't age. No, I don't call. No, I just heal. Now I walk slowly, but I am sure of myself. Now I breathe light, and I am no longer your storm. You will miss me silence more than you ever valued my voice. You will want my love, but you have lost your place. I gave my last, and you gave me nothing. So, this is it, the final goodbye. No more waiting, no more tears, just me and peace. Now, us. Now, again. You were my breath once, but now only my wound. You smiled like spring, but you left like winter. You came with light, but you left with shadows. You said forever, but you meant only for now. You promised me the sky, then buried my wings. You touched my dreams, then tore apart my sleep. You wrote, I care, then signed it with absence. I held your name, but you held only your pride. I called you home, but you called me history. I stayed in storms while you left at the first cloud. I built our world, but you burned down our bridge. I cried so deeply while you laughed so loudly. I lost myself in you while you found another. You blamed my heart but hid your sins. You ran so fast, but guilt still flows behind. No, I don't search. No, I don't call. No, I don't age. No, I am free. You may read these words, but you will never know my soul. You may hear my voice, but not the sound of my tears. You may want my calm, but you already lost your change. I gave my all. You chose your pride. You broke our bond and you lost a heart. Now I rise slowly, but I rise for real. Now I breathe truly, and my breath is my own. Now I shine again, not as your light, but as my own fire. No more chains, no more regrets, only scares that speak, and peace that stays. I gave my soul, you gave only a smile. I shared my pain, you shared only silence. I held your tears, but you dropped my hand. I stood by you, but you walked away from me. I trusted your words, but you betrayed their truth. You said you loved me, but your actions said you did not. You promised me peace, but you gave me storms. You kissed my dreams, then killed my hope. You called me light, then threw me to the dark. You held my fire, then froze my sky. I fought for us, but you fought to escape. I loved beyond reason, but you only loved yourself. I broke slowly while you moved too fast. You saw my heart, then ran from it. You wrote forever, then erased our name. You stayed in body, but your soul was gone. I begged for answers, but you replied with silence. I prayed for us, but you laughed with her. You danced on my tears. You drank my age. You wore new love while I wore scares. You healed yourself with lies while I bleed in truth. No, I don't call. No, I don't cry. No, I don't care. No, I don't ask. I smile alone. I grow through pain. I rise from fire. I shine again. One day you will look for me, but I will be too late. You will feel my love as loss, not again. You had my will, but you chose your pride. You broke our bond and you lost a heart. Now I rise slow, but I rise strong. Now I breathe true, and my breath is freedom. Now I sang my pain, and I shine through it too. No more chains, no more regrets, only scares that whisper, and peace that stays. Please subscribe my channel, like and share my videos.